Hello, it's Pat Divilly again. Yesterday's video questions and answer section got a pretty good response, so I'm going to blast through a few more questions now that have come up on the Facebook page. Hopefully give you some answers that are going to help you out. So I've got them here in front of me. William Kelly, what are the best supplements to take to bulk up? Best thing you can take to bulk up is food. And a lot of food, particularly if you're very lean at the minute. So obviously a lot of protein from things like eggs, meats, fish, that kind of thing. You're going to want some clean carbohydrate from sweet potato, brown and basmati rice, quinoa and those type of foods. Nuts and seeds are going to give you good healthy fats and are very dense in calories. If you're very lean, milk can be a good option for bulking up. It's not a particularly good option for overall health because a lot of people have issues with dairy or intolerant to dairy, but there is something anabolic about milk that kind of helps people to pack on some size. In terms of supplements, really just a good quality whey protein powder, maybe some creatine and fish oil. That's what you're looking for. Don't be fooled by marketing of some of these mass builder supplements. They're just full of sugar and full of filler and full of crap, to be honest. Mark Caslin asks, is it a good idea to take a protein shake after training when also trying to lose fat? You mentioned Syntha 6 here, which I think is just a protein powder from BSN. I think it's just whey protein. Protein shakes, if it's just a whey protein shake, it's a good option for after you train when you're trying to lose fat, but you want to make sure that there's not a lot of carbohydrate in it. So typically I think a serving of protein powder will have about 25 grams of protein, 1 or 2 grams of carbohydrate is what you're looking for at the most. Some of the better tasting protein powders are loaded with sugar, so that's not what you're looking for. So just a generic whey protein powder is your best bet for losing fat, for taking after you train when you're trying to lose fat. Donald Kelly, without supplements, what's the best food to be eaten to gain weight slowly, and is there a certain ratio you go to or something like a weekly meals menu cycle? There's different ways of doing it. If you search on Google, you'll find some good muscle building plans in terms of nutrition. Personally, I wouldn't follow anything too structured in terms of weighing foods or counting calories or anything like that. I don't think it's too practical. But you should be looking to, again, get a lot of protein sources in from eggs, meats, fish, that kind of thing. Bump up your clean carbohydrate intake, like I said before, basmati rice, brown rice, sweet potato, add some healthy fats from nuts, fish oil, seeds, that kind of thing. And just progressively add more food. You're going to gain weight slowly. If you're doing the right type of training. Sarah McGuire, best advice to slim down before holidays: have 3 weeks. Leave yourself more than 3 weeks. Best advice for 3 weeks: up your intake of water, up your intake of green leafy vegetables, up your intake of fish oil, cut back on gluten, cut back on dairy, cut back on alcohol, and cut back on processed food. That's your best option. Do some interval training and some high intensity training, things like sprints and strength training. That's your best option for 3 weeks. Andrew, daddy or chips? Chips. Iwona, hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm addicted to having 5 cups of black coffee a day, no sugar. Is this really bad when trying to lose weight? Also go out for lunch and have a Lucia wrap in Arabica, chicken, cheese, mango, tomato and sweet chili sauce. Is this an awful choice calorie wise? My weekend lunch is the smoked chicken wrap and Revive, made up of chicken couscous and cucumber. Thanks so much, man. 5 cups of coffee a day. Coffee's good and coffee's bad. I drink a lot of coffee myself. I think as long as it's not affecting your sleep and not really causing you to have crashes in your energy levels, coffee can be a good thing. It can help ramp up your metabolism, give you a nice natural kick. But if it's at the point where you're drinking coffee into the evening and it's keeping you awake, that's an issue. That's going to cause you to hold on to fat. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to lose fat. If you're dehydrated, you're not going to lose fat. Abundance of coffee can cause some dehydration also. I try cut it back. 5 cups is quite a bit, so I try cut it back to maybe 2 or 3 cups and ease your way off it, and also keep it to before maybe 2 p.m. just to ensure it's not going to affect your sleep. So That's your best option with the coffee. Arabica, lunch, go for a wrap, chicken, cheese, mango, tomato. Is that a bad option? If you're looking to lose weight, any wrap isn't going to be a great option because it's carbohydrate that you don't particularly need and you're not particularly going to use, most likely. Cheese, dairy isn't going to be a great option. You would be better off going for a salad in that case. No Arabica, do a chicken and mango salad with pine nuts and that kind of thing. That's going to be a better option for you. Weekend lunch, smoked chicken wrap in Revive. It's made of chicken, couscous and cucumber. Chicken, couscous, cucumber is not a bad combination. Again, the wrap is going to be calories that you're probably not going to need. So I'd try switch to a salad or something like that. Siobhan, I also like my coffee in the morning too. The rest of the days doesn't bother me, but love my morning cup. Any suggestions for sweet cravings, as this is a major downfall? Something that can help with sweet cravings is to get some coconut oil and just take a teaspoon and just knock it back. I've got some here. This is coconut oil. I don't know if that's showing up. It's solid when kept at room temperature, so you're just going to do a teaspoon, put it on the spoon, take it back, and that actually helps curb cravings, sugar cravings and stuff like that, so that's going to help you out. Dean King, best foods for eating to lean out. I've said this before, that lean proteins from things like meats, chicken, turkey, fish, that kind of thing. Cruciferous green vegetables, dark leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, that kind of thing. Other foods for leaning out. If you're trying to lean out quick, mostly proteins and greens should be making up the majority of your diet. Riku asks, Riku's a friend of mine from England, what foods should I avoid if I want to get leaner? I go to the gym 3 times a week and do cardio twice a week. Again, as I said, for Dean, lean proteins, fish, chicken, greens, that's very low carbohydrates, so you want to make sure you're getting in some healthy fats to keep your energy up. So I'd snack on things like cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, just raw nuts, nut butters, things like cashew and almond nut butter, take your fish oil. That's going to be your best option, just cutting back on the carbohydrate, cutting back on the processed food and the gluten and the dairy. Kevin Costello, who trains with me in the mornings in the Clada, should breakfast be eaten before or after an early morning training session? Really, this is going to vary from person to person. There's no point me giving you a suggestion when I don't know how you feel in the morning. I would go by how you feel. Nature's going to tell you, your body's going to tell you if you need food or not. There's no point forcing yourself to eat in the morning because someone tells you to if you're not going to feel good when you train. Maybe a better option would be to have a big meal the evening before. That's going to keep you ticking over into the morning. Then you can train on not an empty stomach, but train without eating in the morning. Get your breakfast in after your training session. I know you're training at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it really depends on person to person. Experiment with it, see how you feel. Last one, Jason Kearns, high or low reps for bulking up? You're going to probably want to go with moderate reps, so anywhere between 6 to 12 is going to be your best option. Maybe even a little lower, mixing it up. Really for bulking up, you're trying to make your muscle work with a weight that it hasn't worked with before. And with that, your body's going to adapt and your body's going to grow. So you need to work with a heavy enough weight to shock your muscle into growth, but not so heavy as that you can only get 1 or 2 reps. So if you pick a, I guess, moderate to heavy weight and bang out 6 to 12 reps for a couple of sets, that's going to be your best option. Plenty of volume. And that is today's questions. Hopefully answered. Hopefully that's some help to you. I'll keep doing these if they're of use to people. Just let me know. Speak to you all soon. Thank you.